I'm excited for tonight, man. I haven't seen my dude in a minute.
You know, I miss Don Father Bod is what I miss.
Oh, okay. Take me back to Louisville.
We got Roy in the chat. That's how I'm gonna pronounce his name, Roy.
Hype it up. Hype it up. Hype it up. You know what's coming up next week, folks?
You're doing that next week?
Probably.
Why not this week?
Yeah, I think our guest is probably having technical difficulties based on the way Chetty's looking right now.
What'd you say?
I'm not doing it this week. I'm not doing it this week. Nope.
You're not doing the death on today.
You got well, as you don't know, it's something you need to prepare for.
How do you prepare for it?
By knowing at least a day before you do it that you're going to do it.
Okay.
Do you want to try it?
No, not doing it.
Hello,
Never.
beautiful gooey people.
Cap says Kiko.
Kiko wants to see the Death Nut.
Beat that nut up. Ew.
We got to kick you out of private chat now, Kiko.
Nah, that's keep him in for that one.
Keegs got a haircut.
I did.
Chetty got one too.
Not for like 2 weeks.
Well,
like I said, I'm excited, man. Let's bring him up. I haven't seen my
is he
dude.
here? Oh, I didn't realize he was here. How long has he been? Wait. How long has he been here?
What?
He's been here the whole time.
The whole time.
I thought Chetty was calling him like, "Hey, like, where you at?"
No, he called me because he didn't know that he was backstage.
Do you think he can hear us right now? Because we're saying stupid stuff, and
He can hear us.
I don't see him smiling yet, so I don't know. Okay, all right, yeah, there we go. All right, good. Well, hold on. We got proper intro. We do have Soy Boy's only got like 7 minutes left too, so I'm wondering how do we hype this up?
I would say first we got to bring it up on stream.
Bring our boy T-Dub on.
Bring him up and then do the auction.
Yeah.
Chetty's drinking vodka tonight, folks. Okay. Well, tonight's guest, I guess I wouldn't know him if it wasn't for you boys.
That's right.
I'm thinking. I mean, there's always a chance that Rebril could have been a connection, but
No.
So
people can't even talk to Rebril these days.
Yeah, we're out of his league from a pricing perspective. So, anyways, so I've known today's guest for, it's crazy to think, it's probably at least 10 years now, if not longer, which is kind of crazy. He's known Chetty and Keegs for longer than that. And he's going to talk to us tonight, folks, about his lovely life, his lovely wife. I'm just kidding. I actually don't know if he's married. I know he is a father, and I know that he's going to help everyone here take their professional development and fitness to the next level if you're not already. So, Wardam, I know you're always asking us on health hacks. You definitely got someone you can talk to here tonight. Make some noise. Actually, well, I almost did it. I want you guys to give your proper intro to tonight's guest too.
Wait, hey, so Chris makes us look cool every time we go to downtown Cleveland, and we need to get into the hottest bar. Everyone's in line. You should see the lines going down the street, and we just walk right up, dap up the bouncers, and walk right in. We look like we're the shit.
I got to come back to Cleveland now.
Man, how about my dude C-Dub since probably 6th grade. I think it was 6th grade. Basketball. Anything that we did in school, it was C-Dub. It was C-Dub and the rest of the crew, man. So we even have a picture with our MVPs.
We're gonna need to find that during the stream tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got 4 minutes left on the auction.
Actually, I don't know if C-Dub was in that picture. It might have been Bam and Alonzo. And C-Dub in that picture. Can't remember now. I gotta go look.
All right, well, grand entrance, ladies and gentlemen. Drop some GooBall emojis in the chat. the man, the myth, the legend, C-Dub,
What up?
aka Chris Williams.
What's going on, guys?
Good to have you here, Big Daddy.
Let me turn the mic up.
So, how accurate were Chetty and Keeg's background on you?
There's really not much of a background. Just like throwback memories about it.
No, C-Dub's getting he's got his hands in a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm interested to hear. I see some of the business ventures through the Instagram, and I've seen a few in person too.
I heard I gotta order a vape on stream tonight. Is what I've heard.
Yes, sir.
Can you actually order a vape on? Is there a delivery app where you can order a vape yet? Is that a thing? Go Puff,
Probably.
maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, C-Dub, what's up, man? I know you're actually. Let's get the Instagram handle. Let's get the Instagram drop in the chat here before we forget.
It's Chris up 10x. Chris up 10x.
There we go. 10x.
Well, Grant Cardone plug right there.
Guys, go check out C-Dub's Instagram.
Didn't you meet Grant Cardone, Adam?
I have. Well, I had him on my podcast, and then I had Elena on my podcast. I met her face to face, and I now work with somebody who used to be his CFO. So we got some 10x connections for sure. Have you been down there before to his setup, Chris, in Miami?
Not very much.
Okay. If you ever want to go, I don't know if I still have the connections like I used to, but if you ever want to go get a tour of Cardone Capital, let me know. See if we can get you in there.
Sounds good.
Is that where the 10x comes from?
I just love like the whole mindset behind it. 10x everything, 10x for life.
We got to get this on. So actually, we didn't really talk about it, C-Dub. I was just like, hey, do you want to come on stream? And I don't even know if I told you if it was with Chetty and Keegs. I was like, do you want to come talk? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. So do you know that these boys been getting into NFTs the last couple of years?
V kind of let me know a little bit about it, but I was not hit. No.
Just V, okay. Is he is his mic a little muffled, boys?
Yeah. Is there? Could you get a little bit closer to it whenever you speak?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah. It sounds muffled, like maybe something's covering up. But Chetty's also just trying to see how far he can get you to lean into the camera.
Yeah, just give me a little kiss through the camera.
Get your
But,
go
yeah.
ahead.
So we started back when NFTs were hot, and so we're kind of dealing with the winter little NFT winter bear market. But we recently switched over to Ethereum. We were originally on a different blockchain, and once we did 100 of these GooBalls, our NFT project, on the other blockchain, we moved it over to ETH, and we've been here for a couple months.
It's been some good months though.
Yeah.
We started when NFTs were hot, and then once we got onto them, they were not.
They cooled them down. So we really haven't done much.
No, don't say that. We've done for it being a winter and for us starting right when everything got uncool.
Yeah.
We've done a pretty good job, and we got some awesome people here in the chat. I think I saw. Well, Kiko's here. I actually haven't seen Wardam yet.
Yeah, Wardam's not in here yet.
We got some OGs in here. Rui, what's up? Good to see you. So yeah. Anyways, C-Dub, we go live once a week. We got we'll make NFT. This one was made on stream by Chetty last week with audience feedback. We time up the auction so that it ends right now, and then we'll make one on stream tonight with the help of our audience and the help of you, and then put that one on auction for next week's stream. And they just kind of roll into each other. Each little GooBall has its own storyline that we create. We're at about 3 stories created out of 120 GooBalls, so we got a lot of work to do. But one day, this beautiful soy boy will have a story behind him, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. and I don't know if you know anything about Bored Ape Yacht Club. Chetty and Keegs hate it, but it is kind of somewhat the gold standard of NFTs, and I'd say we're like that, but better because we make them all live on stream and everyone gets involved. So here we are. Now we're going to talk about what you do.
What'd you say?
I said, and now tonight we're going to be talking about what you've been working on, C-Dub, and I guess we'll kick it off because I don't think we announced it last week, but it's official. We got GooBall number 2 coming to the Carswell household, aka baby number 2. Last week, Wardam thought that Chetty was pregnant, but he got it wrong. And I only say that because coming with baby number 2, we've decided we are going to move on. I shouldn't say unfortunately, but we're going to move from Florida closer to the homeland, the Toronto area, actually. So about 3.5 hours from Cleveland. We'll be close to family on both sides. And C-Dub, I know I'm going to be hitting you up now that I can actually probably drive to some of the doctors that you roll with. So we don't have to go too far down that rabbit hole, but
yeah, that's a deep dive.
But anyways, man, we gotta. You're our guest, right? Like the audience, they want to know who's C-Dub. So where did life begin for you, man?
So originally out of this small town, Painesville, Ohio, where these 3 gentlemen are also originate from. Went to Harvey High School, graduated from Lake Erie College with my undergrad in 2018. Always wanted to be an entrepreneur, kind of like dibbled and dabbled, talked to Adam a lot early on in my journey. And I'm still on the journey. So started off with
it never ends.
Started off creating a security company where I provide nighttime security to like some of Cleveland's top venues. We currently have 8 locations. Most of them are in downtown in the flats. So names like
hold on. So what are, because we got people tuned in from Turkey, we got people tuned in from Mexico, so like Painesville, Harvey High School, the flats. They're like, what is this guy talking about?
Yeah. So I started a security company. We provide security for like nightclubs, bars.
I didn't know that was your company.
Yeah.
Wow.
I currently have 32 guys that work for me now. So on any given weekend, we have anywhere from 26 to a full 32 staff going. That's Thursday through Sunday. So I've been doing that now for 3.5 years, full time. So don't work for anybody, work for myself completely currently. And then from being in the nightlife industry and the club environment, I was able to come up with this idea to sell vapes because vapes are very popular. I think that's pretty like a universal thing in Mexico.
When you're out, you're trying to find a vape, no one's got one.
Right. So I was able to invest in a touchscreen wall-mounted vape machine. I was the first to hit the market in Cleveland. Currently have 18 locations, 18 different vape machines. Pretty high profit margin. I started with 1 in a dream, and from there I just kept reinvesting my profits. Now I have 18 and counting. Pretty much you can come in, you can buy a vape, all cashless. You can use Apple Pay, credit card. The vape can hold up to 10 different flavors of vape. So depending on the location, I put different flavors in there. Then I give a cut back to the establishment and keep the rest. So it's been a fun journey so far. I'm looking to grow that and keep rolling. So in that process of becoming an entrepreneur and ironing things out, I found a fitness journey. I'm kind of rambling. If you guys have any questions that you can ask me.
No, we get.
I got a quick one. How long does it take for one of those machines to? I guess it depends on the location, but to run out and you have to refill.
Some of my top locations were blessed that I'm filling them up sometimes multiple times a weekend. Some of the slower locations, 2 to 3 weeks, depending. And then what I do is there are some flavors that are more popular than others. So I'll just like, instead of putting 10 flavors in, I'll put maybe 5 flavors and just double up on my most popular flavors so they'll not be this
What's the number one flavor?
Number one flavor is blueberry mint all across
blueberry
the board.
Mint. Blueberry yum.
On blueberry mint.
We got a question in the chat that says, does the vape ATM ID you?
My machines do have IDs. So in locations that are 21 and up, we don't use them. But I have some in I think like family sports bars where anyone can go in. We have.
You got that one right by Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Sorry.
So you got that one right by Chuck E. Cheese, right?
No.
I'm playing.
No.
Okay, that's good.
Dude, I did not know that. Chetty and Keeks told me something vaguely about that, but I didn't know you scaled it from 1 to 18. And I feel like the next move is you got to find you got to partner up with Ultra Music Festival and get some machines planted at like Ultra.
Yeah, they look slick.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's essentially like a large Android, about a 3 foot by 2 foot touchscreen AI interface.
I'll get one at my house.
Yeah. So kind of working on honestly right now we're working on scaling as far as been working with a lawyer trying to dial up like a partnership agreement to get in other locations. So currently I'm running the whole operation, all 18 machines, looking for like a business model to get, let's say you're in Toronto or you're in Miami. It's scalable and it's new to market. It's not something that you see. When people come from out of town to Cleveland, they see it for the first time. Everyone's taking pictures of it.
Right.
They're like, what is this? I never thought of this. So I'm trying to like expand and get into other markets before it becomes a popular thing.
At some point, it'll be a standard. Yeah, you gotta get going now. Yeah.
It's like the modern day cigarette machine.
Yeah.
You need now you need one for condoms. Actually, our generation doesn't use those.
Touch screen. What's the favorite flavor?
In there, but the profit margin is just not high enough on.
Yeah.
They put honey packs in there for a certain period of time.
Yeah. Let us know your favorite flavor on that one, Chuddy. So okay, that's cool. So it sounds like you might even. Do you need to start getting into the capital raising space? Do you got to raise money to expand?
Currently, it's not a money thing. It's more of a trying to find the right business model. So I've come across, I've brainstormed different models, trying to figure out like what the right one is and like the correct way to scale it.
Like you're saying it's. Or you can scale it, but it's too manual right now. It's taking too much time. So you're trying to find the easy way to get it.
Not that it's manual, just trying to find out the right way to do it. So I have a contact at Bird. Bird is international, like the scooters. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah.
I think they have another country for sure as well. I have a contact at Bird, the headquarters of Bird, that actually helped like launch Bird, and he was giving me some ideas on like how they scaled it. The number one way to scale this would be for me to have basically think of like a franchise like McDonald's. You can buy the McDonald's, but then if you need like shake mix or you need a certain machine, you have to buy it from them. So the best way would be for them to have to purchase everything through me, like the vapes, the machines, the parts. That's just a whole other business model. It's like a business within a business. And being a one-man band right now, currently, just not like we're not there quite yet. I'm trying to think of like an easier way to streamline it. So that may mean me taking a trip to China. I have a really good connection with the manufacturer I've been working with and try to figure out a way to scale it that way, because I actually had invested. My first round of machines didn't have the technology to scan. So then I had to like make another investment and work with them. It took about 4 months for us to come up with a system that implemented like with the machine. So good relationship with them. Hoping we can figure out, a way to scale it here for the end of the year.
I'm wondering once you max out on this play, the next move is probably like diversifying what people can get. So maybe you haven't thought that far out, but it would be like Zyn, like if you get Zyn pouches next.
No, yeah, honestly, yeah, I thought about putting those in there. I actually there's a guy named Taser Vapes or Taser Tarps on TikTok. He's pretty big. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He like came up with all these terms like Zimbabwe,
Oh yeah.
So someone sent him a video of one of my machines, and it went viral on Instagram and on TikTok. He was like saying some funny things with it, but I was just going through the comments and people were just shooting like some fire ideas in there, so I was just eating that up.
Boys, I'm thinking. I gotta. General Moses, my first gigs ever might have to be in Cleveland, thanks to C-Dub's connections.
Yeah. Wait, so C-Dub, where did you hear about the machine? Because, or did you, like, were you on the ground floor of this vape machine, or did you find a manufacturer when you thought of the idea? Or
so I just noticed, like, working in the nightlife industry, I noticed people were door dashing and Poshmark, whatever the different apps are called. They were getting them delivered, paying $6 to $8 more than it costs just to get, someone to drive it down to them so they could be, run out the club, grab it, and come back in. And I'm like, wow, I might as well sell these things. So I approached the owner, which I have a really good relationship with. I like to preface it with all of this comes from connections. Like my connections to the owner, the connections that I built, this was able to blow up for me, but it wasn't just because I had the idea. It was because I did the work beforehand and made connections that I needed to get me here. So I think that's a big takeaway for anyone listening. Is all about who you know. I'm an advocate in that 100%. Anyway, so I approached the owner and I said, hey, can I put a vending machine in here? And I initially went up to him and I said, hey, we can put condoms in it. We can put tampons in it. We can put vapes in there. Like, let's just put a vending machine. He said, okay, go figure out a vape machine. Send me a picture. So I started shopping around locally, going to wholesalers of vending machines. And initially I was just sending him pictures of like the standard, like think like pop, candy bar, vending machine. So I was like, hey, we should get one of these. We could wrap it. And I sent it to the owner. And he was like, you're not putting one of these ugly ass machines in my club. And I'm like, damn, I thought it looked good. It was like a newer machine. So I started researching. I was like, smart vending machines that look good. And then I started getting all these ads, and there were actually this lady out of Texas. She's like a esthetician, and she was putting these machines in hair salons and in malls, and she was selling like the eyelashes, like stick-on eyelashes and eyeliner, but it was a touchscreen machine. And I'm like, well, that looks good, and you can mount it, and it's small. I'm like, well, maybe we could put vapes in there.
So you repurposed like another vending machine. Okay.
So then I found the manufacturer of the machine. Long story short, started sending them dimensions, and we got a mock-up, and they sent me the machine. The first one I got was like a nightmare because we just didn't have there's so many things I didn't think about, like so many different variables. Like I don't even want to put it all out here because now I have competition, so they can figure that out for themselves. Yeah. But we ironed out a lot of things and got to a nice product that we have now, and I'm very confident with what I have going.
Hearing that, I got even more respect for you because I thought you would just had seen it in another big city in New York or Chicago, and no one had done it in Cleveland. You just took that idea and put it there, but I didn't know that you came up with that actual idea of that. Mm-hmm. So now it's at arm's race.
Chetty respects it because you acted like Chetty on that one. You went and build your own vending machine. That's a Chetty move right there.
Yeah, I've not done anything that genius though.
So yeah, but along the journey, not just being an entrepreneur, but anything in life, there's ups and downs and a lot of self-talk. And one of the things that I can contribute to me being able to have these ideas, and it's not only having the idea. I think everyone has the ideas, but no one follows up on them. So you get an idea and, oh, this sounds good. Let's start a podcast. Let's do this. And then you bullshit your life away. Next thing you know, it's 2, 3, 4 months down the road. The big thing is just getting started. Like start today. My first 3 machines were not what they needed to be. Went through a lot of stress, a lot of headache, a lot of anxiety. Owners calling me saying, hey, the machine's not putting their product out, and a lot of trial and error. But you have to just put yourself out there, and that's with anything. Put yourself out there. Don't make the excuse. Eventually, you figure it out. If you don't,
it sounds like you definitely could have just quit multiple times. So
100%.
And the fact that you saw people just acting like crackheads going in and out of the club is that's it. Hey, that's how you find it. Find areas in life where people are acting like crackheads, and then give them a solution.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Chetty and Keegs, they mentioned that you had something going on with vapes, but they didn't say you went from 1 to 18 and what was it in a year? How quickly?
I didn't know about it.
We just hit a year. I'll hit a year. This weekend will be 1 year since I got my first one. So and I've been running 18 now for probably 3 months. So we scaled up pretty quickly. I mean, I was able to.
You're kind of like the Sheets of the industry, you know.
Yeah.
Had many good times there.
But get ready, because Wawa, Get Go, they're all coming for you. So you just gotta make sure.
One step ahead.
But I think you look at like all these companies coming out with sparkling seltzer or whatever now too. I mean, at the end of the day, White Claw is still the OG. I'm sure White Claw probably still outsells all of them. Most
High Noon's way better than White Claw.
It's good. It's good. But I think White Claw still has the. Do you think that White Claw is not number one?
I don't know. I don't even drink it.
I think from the sales perspective, High Noon has surpassed White Claw.
Has it really? Wow.
They're definitely taking them over on the shelf space. Like being in the industry and seeing like what we're actually purchasing and bringing in. High Noon
beat White Claw. Wow. That's funny because I know it's like liquid gold in Canada still. Like High Noons, that's what Americans drink. They were freaking out when they got White Claw hit the market in like 2020. I was like, I was drinking this in like 2017. All the Canadians going crazy. Anyways, Coach.
No, Coach, we got the one nut challenge.
No, he said 50 gifted
for the death nut.
50 gifted from Coach. Does C-Dub know Coach?
I don't know. Do you know Miguel Ramirez? Just
fully
doxed him. Fully doxed him.
His social security number is.
Yeah, Coach. What's your social? I don't know if he has one yet.
I got him.
We gotta get a GooBall here,
man. Coach and Kiko. Does C-Dub know Kiko?
Yeah, he went to.
We got a bunch of Painesville people in the chat, but they you never know when they're actually gonna like pop up on stream. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Are you still so? Actually, does the guys like Zoe and V do they work for you when they work then? Did V work downtown?
V sporadically. Zoe no longer does it, and then Josh Rice. I don't know if you know him, Adam, but
yeah, of
the
course.
other guy.
Josh Rice.
He's like my right hand. He's my right hand guy.
Okay, so it's like his company too.
No, but I couldn't do what I do without him.
Right. Yeah.
A lot for me.
Yeah, he's the go-to when you're in a pinch. We got a job. We got a job for Nadine now. If he wants to come to the States,
what?
He can do security for C-Dub.
Yeah,
right.
What's the training like, C-Dub? Because I'm sure you've had your fair share of dealing with stupid drunk people. That's one thing I actually learned from kind of being in the nightlife industry for a little bit was like people who work security, they actually can't stand going out like downtown because they just deal with it all the time.
I mean, it ruined going out for me, which is a good thing because I think if you're going out, it's fucking up your everything, testosterone, masculinity.
Right.
Don't go out.
Alcohol is terrible for you.
We're celebrating going out for grown men. Going out like every weekend or just for no reason and drinking is like it's like the same as getting a participation trophy. Like, what are we celebrating? Why are you getting drunk? Why are you going out? Celebrating what, a mediocre week or doing what you're supposed to do? So it's kind of like made me look at it a little harsher, but in turn, I feel like has helped me level up a little quicker. And then when I do go out, like, don't get me wrong, I still like to have a good time, but I will sacrifice. I'll delay my gratification. And would I rather go out in Cleveland or my hometown every other weekend, or would I rather go to fucking all all inclusive in Mexico or Dubai or somewhere crazy and just live it up for 2 weeks. So it's like I'll take the latter. That's kind of where my mindset's at.
Hey, you guys, C-Dub, you heard it here first. He's going to be a bottle service in Vegas next week. If you want to catch him, we'll get you the connection.
Fellow LEC alum, though. Me and him got that in
That's
common.
right. Did you go? So you said, I noticed how you said undergrad. So I'm trying to remember. Did you go get your master's? I remember you were like thinking about going.
No, it's on the table still.
Man, you're doing too much. You don't need that shit.
Yeah, it's all just a piece of paper.
Yeah, like it's not gonna do anything for what you already all your experience that you have now. You're doing way more than anyone with an MBA is gonna learn from school.
Most entrepreneurs do not have PhDs and master's degrees, to be honest. So their PhD and their master's degree is in entrepreneurship and building and scaling businesses. So
yeah, look at Coach didn't even finish high school. And he's got his
own company. I mean that is typically how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, C-Dub, you know Hunter, who I work with. His biggest joke is like, he got a C in English his whole life, but he has an Amazon bestseller. It's like that's how it works. So, well, fitness. When did the fitness thing kick in?
Wait! Before we get some themes.
We do have to make a GooBall, don't we?
Yeah. Sorry, we're already 6 minutes late.
Go ahead now, boys.
Also, shout out to Living a Conundrum for winning Soy Boy.
Yes. Congratulations, Living a Conundrum. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat tonight, boys. Any recommendations?
Are you
looking for what should I eat tonight?
Dinner? You looking for dinner or a snack?
Dinner. I haven't eaten in about 7 hours. So.
You got to get some stuff you can't get when you move back up to Canada.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
What do we got for some things?
We got a wow bow here.
A Vavoom salesman.
Vape salesman.
Vape salesman.
Vape god.
Was make Chris Williams as a GooBall. What else do we have? Chef. Yeah, Kiko said the DoorDash a vape.
DoorDash a vape for dinner. For din din. Well, blueberry.
I don't think
blueberry vape. Din din.
You could.
You said
yeah. So it's
you said people were DoorDashing them.
Yeah, or it's not DoorDash, but it's some other company. It's got some dumb name.
GoPuff.
I'm pretty sure it's GoPuff, and then there's at least one of DoorDash or Uber Eats. One of them has like a convenient platform on there now.
Really? I'm gonna look and see.
I mean, I guess if you get groceries anywhere that has a vape, you could probably buy a vape there. So, and then you get it delivered to you.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, what's the one that everyone gets groceries from? It's on top of my head.
Yeah, we got to think of some more ways to
Instacart.
We got to exploit people who go out every weekend. They got to do more dumb stuff than that.
We'll put a GooBall NFT machine in the club.
It's really it's vapes and food, right? So
we just gotta get one of those ice cream carts and buy a pack from Sam's and just ride around and ding our little bell in the streets of Cleveland.
Very direct sales.
I think I'm gonna get some Indian food.
Somebody said Korean barbecue on here. About to get a glizzy stand. Yeah, we could.
That's right.
We could get a glizzy stand.
Glizzy stand right down in the flats. We'll probably get shut down real quick. That's why you gotta have the little bike.
All right, I'm about to just start this because we're already late.
So Chris, when we go down I haven't been there in a while, but when we go to downtown Cleveland on the weekend, where will we see you?
Inferno Flats is where I'm typically always at.
At where?
Inferno.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I usually see you. So I didn't know if that's where you run the security, or You said you were good friends with the
largest account, so I end up there. Like I check on everything else during the earlier hours, and then I end up there at the end of the night.
Okay.
We got a chef, Chet.
Chef. Okay, we've been pushing for that for a while. Kiko and I about to run a glizzy stand. It's gonna get cold some nights though.
See, you guys are joking, but that shit would make a killing down there. I wish I could find. I was telling Josh, like, if I could find someone that had like an ounce of fucking motivation. There's only three food trucks, all of downtown Cleveland. One on West 6, one on one side of the flats, and one on the other side of the flats. And it's just a group of like three brothers. These, I believe they're Indian guys. They make so much fucking money. They all have Ferraris. I've been to the one guy's house. I'm talking about the garage, and they just run these fucking food trucks. They charge like $17 for a 6-inch sub and some cold fries.
Hey,
and
let's go.
I'm like, nobody will eat. Like no, I will.
Bro, I get
this chat or
Keegs.
even one of you guys that would actually. I just need someone to man it. Like I can't get down there until like 3 a.m.
How out there grilling up shrimp.
You're at. No, we got you where we need you. You got to be at the level where you can see the crackhead tendencies, and then you send people like us to go execute on it. You know, so
that is the
food is next.
It's a jackpot. And I just
would
do
so food, vapes. What else are people going crazy for in the moment?
Hold on, I know if Miguel's in this chat or Oscar is listening, I need authentic Mexican.
Yeah, we do need to get it.
I would just do tacos. I'll do a taco stand in Cleveland.
Ooh.
I got the
well, you got Keegs. Keegs is Mexican.
I got the contacts to get the permit. That thing will print money.
So, but they would have to be. They got to deal with the health department and everything too, right?
I mean, yeah, but it's part of the business.
You don't handle that.
You charge probably fucking $7 a taco.
Yeah,
we're going to.
For sure. Quesadillas.
So, okay, all right, that's something to think about. How do you think it would do in the winter?
It would slow down in the winter like everything else, but in the summer you make so much money it wouldn't even be funny.
Yeah. 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 We'll figure it out. All right, I gotta get started on this chef thing.
Food truck guy.
Yeah, that could be a food truck guy. All right, Goo Crew, I'm gonna do a poll in the chat. Let's see here.
Oh man, the food I just ordered got canceled.
All right, Goo Crew, top of the chat. Vote on the GooBall shape. What did we do last week? We did B. Coach, we gotta get your dad there. Give your dad a break on Saturday. No, your dad would. He wouldn't want to be working Friday, Saturday night.
I'm trying to think who in Painesville has an ounce of energy. Get Young Buck working the food truck.
You got it. No, it's not how this works. It's somebody that
you need an actual person who's good.
You have to have somebody that knows how to cook. First of all,
I feel like you need. This is the Keegs. You need someone like Keegs.
No, I already got. I know a guy that would probably do it. He used to do it in Mexico before he came up here. Tacos and he did shrimp as well.
Pablo.
Although I would want to know what's because C-Dubs. He said that these guys are driving Ferraris. They're driving Ferraris off of food trucks in Cleveland. I guess I got to ask him when I get back.
Dude, they probably make a killer. So like you said, there's only 3 food trucks.
Keegs, we could easily get a truck and I can design the wrap and the logo and everything.
You already have your truck. You just need to get a trailer.
Yeah, but I'd rather. I mean, we could do a trailer, but yeah, that'd probably be.
Man, I'm just trying to figure out what to get. All right, come on. Let's pick something. Just pick something.
With the visa, Coach. What are you gonna do with him? All right, looks like C's winning.
Unlimited. He says. Unlimited.
Dude, I mean, Pablo wouldn't even have to work during the week if he did it.
No, well, he would, but
yeah, he would, but he wouldn't have to. All right, we're going with C. Okay, now colors in the chat. Give me a number. How about you guys? What color are we feeling for this goo ball?
This is a chef.
Yep.
10.
10. Living a conundrum. 7.
C-Dub.
It's gonna be a chef, Chris. Not
what?
Chris Williams. Chris VKC in the chat.
Oh.
Coach Disrespect with the 8. Adam, you got a color?
I'm gonna go
Deeks
with number 5.
Okay. T-Dub, you got a color?
11.
11. Wow, we're all over the map here. Chris in the chat with a 10. We got another 10.
So,
what color was Smooth, or what was his name?
Smooth? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, you weren't there that day. How do I get to the
Pally's guy?
Old Fashioned was he was gonna be Smooth. Old Fashioned was 10. Let me see.
C-Dub, what do you think on average, if you had a taco truck on a summer night on a Saturday, on a summer night and a Saturday, and on a winter night on a Thursday, what kind of range are you thinking?
I've got some numbers dialed up. And seriously, I mean, if you guys would be serious about it, I think we could sit down and talk about it. But I don't speculate too hard. But I think that.
Yeah, we don't have to do this meeting public.
We do all of our other meetings public. But
yeah, everything for GooBalls we do public on here, but we don't have to do this one. Let's see. I guess we're going 10.
Do you? Oh, he's gone. I was gonna say, does he have? I'm trying to remember if he has 2 kids. Or maybe he's got 3. You know what that means, Keeks? 3 kids. See, do you have Chatty gets it. Do you have I'm trying to remember, do you have 1 or 2 kids?
Just 1.
Okay. How's she doing?
She's getting big.
She's what, 3?
No, she's 5. She's first kindergarten tomorrow.
Or what was that?
She starts kindergarten tomorrow. She's 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How's that as a daddy? Well, are you more nervous than her?
I'm not nervous at all. Honestly, I did all my. I'm ready. I mean, I'm excited. Yeah. I'm ready to get to the sports era. 3rd grade, she could play sports. That's where I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
What you want to play?
I'm thinking basketball. We're in the 98th percentile of height. We just went to the.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
You're a tall guy too. How tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah.
Dude, Mike, my son, he's been in the 99th percentile at like all of his checkups, and then we just did his last one on Friday, and he's in like the 104th like percent, like he's off the charts.
Dude, he does. It's like he's not even 1 year old yet. He looks like a 3-year-old.
It's funny because like toddlers will like walk up to him and like try and interact with him like another toddler, and like, what's wrong with this kid? It's like, oh, he's not even 2 yet.
That happens all the time at the playground. Fella was like 1.5, and these 3 and 4 year olds are running up to her and she can't even talk yet, and they're looking at her like, what's going on?
Right. But yeah, you can. She's 98th percentile at age 5. I mean, she's just keeping it rolling. That's what happens when you do it holistic, right?
Yeah, we're going private too. I think that those go hand in hand. So get ready for that one too.
Yeah. What? That's cool. You're going private. What private school are you looking at?
I don't know how many viewers we got, but I'm gonna put it out there. But
oh yeah,
would yeah. I'm sure once I'm at your stage, I'll probably be more private too. But like, would we know it?
Oh yeah, you guys would know it.
Yeah, we got the private chat here on stream on the right hand side. I don't know if you can see it.
Only has 62 messages.
Okay, is he able to see the?
That's the main chat. But if
he's able to see the, I didn't know he was able to see the crowd. That's good.
Go to the private. There's no messages in the private side of it.
Oh. Yeah, the older you get, the more private, or not older, but like the older kids get.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Realize like people are fucking nuts.
Oh, okay. Had a lot of homies I went to high school with that went there. And yeah, I mean, as far as getting her something premium in the area, that's probably one of the best.
Yeah, I'm for a few reasons, and then obviously like a few reasons I had to go that route. So.
Where are you living now?
You put up our chat as well.
Give us your address.
Yeah.
Phone number.
Well, is it close to us? Everyone knows where we is.
Are you putting in a private chat?
Adam doxed us too many times.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a crypto stream, but we said clock it. Are you putting in the chat? You putting in the chat where you at?
I thought you said something.
No.
Wait, where? Is it in Lake County? Or are you
Lake Erie College?
Are you over towards where you're doing the deals, the vending machine deals? It might make sense to be closer to Cleveland, wouldn't it?
I thought that I wanted to come back. Where I'm at now. So I've been on that side of town. I've been in Cuyahoga County now for 5 years. And then I was looking to buy out back in Lake County. And now that I'm back out here, I'm probably like one and done. Like I'm getting the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
You got a good mortgage rate? Is that?
Yeah. This is just not for me. Being in Lake County is not for me. I mean, obviously you guys maybe have a different perspective, but me, like getting away, like went away for 2 years, go to college, go to undergrad for 2 years somewhere else, and then come back, finish at Lake Erie, and then move away, not too far away, but like 50 minutes to an hour away. And then to come back and like see everyone that I went to high school with, it kind of makes me feel like I made no progress. Like I feel like I'm fucking trapped. Like I need to distance myself again for my own sanity. If that makes any sense. I don't know why that is particularly, but just how I feel.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't think Keegs and I don't really hang out with too many people from when we, like that we graduated with, because the crabs in the bucket.
Right. I mean, it's not even like the hanging out parts. Like I go get gas, or I go anywhere and I see someone that I know that I haven't seen in 10 years and I don't want to see in a month. Yeah, I forgot I have. Like I wasn't even thinking about this.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like not just Painesville, but I think most small hometowns is like that mentality, like crab in a bucket, especially somewhere like Painesville, lower education level. It's just hard to like even form good relationships. I don't know. we could go on and on about that. There's positives and negatives to both.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, coming to Painesville is it's I don't know. I can't even. I feel like I can't relate. But I just feel like
that's because you went to the NDCL.
I say better, yeah, to my benefit, or I mean, because there's part of what you guys had growing up, and even Pally going to Hobart. There's part of what you guys had that I always kind of felt like I never got the full Painesville experience. I was always kind of in Painesville, but not really. Like the closest I would get to anyone would be Little League or like PBA, but I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know.
I think that's kind of like the mixture that I almost want to give my own kids. Like, let them experience. I think it gives you enough street smarts being around a certain demographic of like kids and people in general. But then you get the book smarts, because I think you go too far either direction. It's like doing a disservice to a kid. You shelter them too much and just do like straight private and straight like all the way this way. They don't like see that back end, and the real life hits them, and then the other way around too.
Yeah, like the people from Painesville that I feel like I quote unquote knew. It was like it was you guys, because you guys are, I mean, I guess about 3 grades below where I was at. Chris Fields, I got to know him like after, and that was like obvious because he was like a big deal. But I should have been like in school with him and whoever else was like in that demographic. But I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you who graduated from Harvey in 2009. I really don't know.
Well, you saw. I mean, you were at St. Clair, so you saw a few.
Yeah, I went and got you and Pally's grade to vote for me, which helped me win president in 5th grade.
Yeah.
I hate politicians now, but I guess I did make a good one in my prime. St. Clair's gone, right? Didn't they just tear that down?
It's been gone.
Yeah. All right, so we got this. Looks like Potato Bug Johnson, the chef, right now. Let me bring Potato Bug Johnson on screen. I haven't had him up here in a while. There we go. So you got to get C-Dub. Do you have a logo for your company?
For the security company, yeah. For the vending machine company, I need to get. I have some sketched out, but nothing.
Oh, Keegs, Chetty, I think your food is there. Wait, let me see. Oh, never mind. It's not there yet. Oh man, it looks like nobody's wants to pick it up.
So, C-Dub, what happened to that landscape company?
I'm still tied in with the guy that runs that, but I'm no longer doing it day-to-day stuff.
Okay.
What else do you think would slap down in the flats? Food trucks, vapes, Zimbabwe potentially.
Zimbabwe.
Do you know? Actually, I just realized C-Dub probably knows Ish, guys. Do you know a guy that does it? Do you guys know a guy in Cleveland that does events? He goes by Ish.
I have to see a picture. I mean, I know like a few guys.
He does elite bar crawls.
He was friends with that guy who, I don't know if he overdosed or killed himself.
Oh,
like,
does he have? Does he look like Aquaman? That guy, have long curly hair.
He's Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, no, the Constantine. The guy you're talking about.
Oh, Constantine's the one who died, right?
Correct.
Yeah. But yeah, he's friends with him.
So, did you do 75 hard, C-Dub?
No filter with that. You brought that up. I did 75 hard. Yeah. That's what really changed my life. changed my view on everything, and also it's had it kind of like harden me in like my core beliefs on like what I believe as far as like politics or what I believe just in general when it comes to like uh, not being vaxxed or whatever my stances are. Doing 75 hard has hardened my mindset and everything that I do. And depending on like if you don't know me or if you're just meeting me for the first time, or even people that I haven't been connected with in years, when they see me again, depending on how you are, like where you're at in life, you could either like come away from a conversation with me and be like, "Wow, I'm super motivated," or you could come off and be like, "That guy is a fucking dickhead." Either way, I'm okay with it because if you do the program, you have to actually do the program to understand the program. So far, nobody. I've had many people, like over 20 people, reach out to me, slide in my DM. Way more than 20 that have reached out to me, but at least 20 that have started the program. Nobody's finished it to the full extent. So to understand the program, you have to do it. It'll literally change your life. That's all I can say. Like you do the program, it's 75 days, no alcohol, drink a gallon of water a day, 2 45-minute workouts, one inside, one has to be outside. Both can be outside if you want, but one has to be outside. Read 10 pages of a book. Can't be no fucking like vampire diary book. It has to be a self-help book, nonfiction, get better kind of book.
No 50 Shades of Grey.
Right, and then the last thing is to take a progress picture every single day. If you forget to do one of those things before you go to bed, it doesn't matter what day you're on, you have to start all the way back over at day one. So I had to start over 3 times. I made it to day 48, made it to day 68. No, I made it. The furthest I made it and failed, I was like on day 62 and failed and started all over again.
So you basically did it for like a year.
Yeah, I lost 60 plus pounds, gained a killer mindset, and it's really setting me up for life. Like once you do it, you can always go back to it. So it's actually a full year-long program. I've not done the year-long program, so it's called the Live Hard program. So you start with 75 hard, and then there's 2 or 3 other smaller like things throughout the year that you do. Like one's a 30-day, and then it kind of just like stack onto it. Like the next phase, the second phase is 30 days, all the same rules of 75 hard, but including that you have to take a cold shower, 5-minute cold shower every day. And then there's another phase where you have to speak to somebody. You have to have a conversation. Like you have to start up a conversation with a random person every single day. So do all the shit I just said, plus like have a random conversation, whether it's in the grocery market, the restaurant, whatever. It's basically just working on like your self improvement and your confidence, turn you into a beast. But the guy that does the program is Andy Frisella.
Yep.
It's a free program. You don't have to pay for it. You can buy the app, which I recommend doing. The app is $5, and it kind of just helps you. It's like a little checklist, and they'll send you reminders like, "Hey, don't forget to read," or "Hey, don't forget to drink your gallon of water."
So. Yeah, my wife and I, we did. I like to joke with people. We did 75 semi-hard, and I mean, let me ask you this: did you do it when you had an infant? Because I mean, man, it's that was the biggest challenge.
It doesn't matter when you try to do it, how you try to time it up, how you try to slice or dice it. It's always going to be inconvenient as fuck. That's why it's called 75 hard and not 75 soft or 75 bitch. It's called 75 hard. So I was shit with a toddler. She wasn't an infant, but there was times where I would have to like. I think one time I like set up a camera to make she was sleeping, and I had to go outside in the garage or outside of the garage. I had like the camera set up in the garage, and I'm just like doing my up downs and outside workout in December. It's snowing, it's cold. I always got it done. I took her on probably 80% of my outside workouts. Like every day, I didn't kill it, so I kill it in the gym all the time. But every workout is scalable. That's a good thing about a program. If you're in shape 180-pound athlete, you can like scale it to your needs, or if you're 500 pounds and overweight, you could just do 2 walks a day. There's no excuse. There's no like set workout, but I mean, you should be pushing yourself every time. But when I did my outside workouts, I would put my daughter on my shoulders and like have my dog strapped to my belt, and I would do my walks, walk 3 miles, 45 minutes, like do a whole loop around my block, come back. Always got it done. Sometimes we're wrapping up at like 12 in the morning. I'm chugging a gallon of water because I didn't drink all day. But yeah, infant.
You got
I'll
hurt.
tell you.
You stayed on your shoulders for 45 minutes.
Oh no, they would cramp up. We'd have to take some breaks.
Well, I'm saying she didn't get bored after a while, and then you had to like hold her like.
No, I mean there's a couple times I have videos. One day I'll make like a nice reel, but I had videos where like a couple times she fell asleep on my bed, and I'm just holding her. And this was like 30-degree weather. Like I have her bundled up in a coat and a scarf, so that when I have a platform, God willing, one day I have like a platform, and then someone hops on my platform and they say some shit like, "Oh, what if I'm like, dude, I had my fucking 4-year-old daughter in 30-degree weather like wrapped up and I did it, so I don't want to hear shit." And then you can go on Andy's podcast and there's pregnant women that did it with like there was one woman that did it. She was 20, she was only 24. She had a newborn and she was pregnant and she did it. She pushed her like newborn in the stroller. So no matter what's going on in your life, there's a way to do it if you want it bad enough. And if you make it happen, it will. The one guarantee I can make is that if you do it, and you actually do it, you don't cut corners, you don't try to make up your own like version of it. If you do the real deal thing, it'll change your life. No matter where you're at in life, it'll change your life forever. And I tell that to everybody. Like I'm not even trying to sell you something, but I'm so passionate about it because it actually changed my life. And I tell so many people, and I feel like people just listen to it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let me do it one day." No, like you should hear it, and you should be like, "Wow," and then you should go look it up. And there's just thousands of people. You can go on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, type in #75hard, and there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that are saying the same thing I'm saying. And you don't have to buy anything. You just have to follow the program.
#75hard, folks.
#75hard.
How's that make you feel, General Adam?
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know if I'll ever do it. We'll see. I mean, I have respect for C-Dub because I know that's not easy to do. But yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. How about you, Keeks?
I did. When C-Dub was doing it, I saw him doing it, but I don't know. I thought it was more for people that were not overweight, but people that needed to have 2 workouts a day, because I was like, why do I need 2 workouts? I lose weight all the time because I work out. Everything I do, I just lose weight because this is my metabolism. So I was like, I don't know, why would I want to do 2? But I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Instead of doing like trying to like run, I can do just 2 weightlifting things, or go outside and just get endurance up, do my.
Right, and that's a common misconception is people think that it's a weight loss program.
Yeah.
It's a mental toughness program. So it's not about do you need to do 2 workouts a day. It's made the way he designed it, and if you listen to his podcast, the way he designed it is to inconvenience you. Like it's supposed to be an inconvenience. Like maybe you hit one in the morning, you have a long day at work, you got to do your podcast at 9. You get off right now. We get off of here and it's 10:30, and you're like, "Fuck, I got to go outside and walk, and I got to be up at 7." It's a major inconvenience to your life. Right. But if you find like you can push through and you do it, and you keep doing that over and over and over again, then that just sticks with you through everything. So now when I come like to a hard patch in my business life, someone calls off or a machine goes down or whatever happens, it sucks, but I've done other things, so I just go into it like let's just get it done.
Yeah.
So when you're not doing it, do you chill out a bit?
Honestly, since doing it, I almost feel like you feel yourself, you catch yourself slacking more. But like so many of the habits stick to you that when you don't do them, you kind of like feel off.
Yeah.
So now that I'm not on it right now, but I have this thing I call 1K a day. I try to hit, not try, no trying. You either do it or you don't. I hit 1,000 steps every day. So I'm a stair stepper. Regardless of what I did, if I lifted, if I didn't lift, it doesn't matter what I did a day, 1,000 steps. So I'm just like constantly trying to keep those on my rings. Like that's me holding myself accountable every day with my Apple Watch.
Mm.
All right. Well, if somebody in the chat make some noise if you think you are harder than C-Dub. Go ahead and make some noise in the chat if you think you are. Have you heard of this one? C-Dub.
What?
The death nut. Hold on 1 second.
Sheeta, what's your schedule when you are working out? Are you 7 days a week at the gym? Or are you doing weightlifting 5 days a week? What are you doing?
I try to lift 6 days, and then one day it'll just be like a pool day. I still go to the gym, but I'll do like regardless, I'll do the steps, and then I'll do like laps or something like lifting.
And what would you say? Because you said you lost 65 pounds. So what were you weighing before and then after your 75 hard, or just in general when you started working out again or started working out harder? Where did you go from, and where are you now?
I started at 330.
Okay.
And dropped down from there. The lowest, so that was just like 50 pounds was from like one round of 75 hard. But I went from 330 down to my recent lowest was 240 when I ran my first half marathon. But now I'm back up. Now I'm at like 265. Focused on more on like strength. So I just hit. Yeah. So I used to be able to bench a lot when I was in college. Like I was lifting 405. And when I lost all that weight, I got super. Like I felt like I lost all my strength. But now I'm back to like my big weight numbers. So I'm benching 405, weighing almost 260, 250 something. Like so, focusing on like my more like pound for pound strength and like trying to maintain that more so than like how much I weigh.
Right.
Do you C-Dub, I'm trying to remember. Are you married?
No, not married.
Okay. You got a picture with Antonio Brown? Is that a Chetty edit?
No, he did.
No, yeah, I did. He was in town for some event, and I did like security for him.
Nice.
So, is your goal with your bench? You're just trying to go 1.5 times body weight, or are you trying to go harder than that? What's the?
No, I'll be at 5. But this time next year, I'll be at 500. I want to hit my goal is to be the strongest motherfucker in the gym. Okay. I got a crazy ass gym partner, and he has the same mentality. So we just go in there and kill it every day.
Nice. What'd you hit today?
Today we hit legs. We did 50 reps. We did 10 reps of 5 with 335. Put some of it on my story, but I was absolutely dead. Like today is when it's a great day to have an accountability partner because I wanted to quit so many times a day, and just having someone there hold you accountable just really get you through it.
And tomorrow, are you doing you? What time you wake up normally? What's your wake up time?
To be honest, having the flexibility that I do.
Yeah.
Other than like my responsibilities as a dad, it's just day by day. Like I don't have like a set time. I'm not like almost at full time every fucking day. It just varies day by day.
Because you have most of your stuff's at night, your jobs and stuff. So I guess refilling and things is not, but all your work is at night. So.
Yeah.
So that's why I see on your stories you're going to the gym at like 3 and 4 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, because you're done with work.
Some days it's right after work. Some days I'm just up. It depends on what day of the week it is.
That's gotta be hard. Is your sleep schedule tough? Do you need to fall asleep pretty easy, or is it tough sometimes just because of that sporadic?
Dude, so I was taking melatonin for a while, and then I read some article about how melatonin kills you earlier, some shit. Because
you gotta pop some ashwagandha to sleep.
down to go to sleep with a hearty. Fucking I started taking CBD. That'll help me, but I don't do it. So like I try not to do anything like every single day. So like I don't take pre-workout before every lift. I don't try not to take CBD or whatever before bed because then it just becomes there's a term. Yeah, like you just like there's a different word for it. Like it's a habit, but like you become like codependent on it. Like, oh, I can't sleep unless I get this. Or I can't work out.
What'd you call it, Keeks?
We call it an addiction. That's what an addiction is. No, seriously. I can't do this unless I do this.
Well, then people also make
I can't scream unless I have Keeks with me. I'm addicted.
Yeah, I can't lift unless I have my headphones or this. Like you start setting up these things in your brain, and I think that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This dependency on something that is minute or you don't even need.
But on the flip side, a positive to that, if you read the book Atomic Habits, you can do the same but in reverse. So if you want to work out more, you set your running shoes like in different places throughout the house. You want to read more, put a book on the table, put a book in your car, so that like you're constantly being reminded, like subconsciously, like, hey, I need to read, or hey, I need to work out.
Yeah, that's on the money right there. So do you how often are you with like watching your daughter?
All throughout during the week, and then
because that's like for me, I ain't gonna lie, man, that has been the biggest challenge for the past year is the morning workouts with Mike. I used to be I shouldn't say all about it, but I've had phases in my life where, you know, waking up at 4, 5, 6 a.m. go work out, let's go. But now I'm like, bro, I just got 3 hours of sleep and I'm about to go work all day and I'm trying to be alive tomorrow. Maybe I won't work out today. Maybe I'll work out after I get 8 hours.
I have it in Canada. You know, they have it in Florida. Lifetime changed my life, saved my life. Lifetime is like the luxury family gym. And they have like a full ass daycare in there, like huge. And they're like everywhere. Like every Lifetime is like the staple of a gym. So I don't know if they have them in Canada. I know they have them in Florida. I don't know when you're moving. But that place is fucking great for families.
I missed what you said because they have what?
They have child care centers like in the facility. It's like a resort. It's not like just a gym. They have like whole ass, like you go in there, you have your child has a membership, you have a membership, and then you can drop them off for 2.5 hours when you go upstairs and lift or swim or whatever you do, and you pick your kid back up.
Yeah.
There you go, Adam. He's giving you all these things.
I mean, I don't know. I know my wife would be like, "F that, you can go to childcare."
What's your next thing that you can't do, Adam?
Adam, what's your next excuse?
What's the next excuse? C-Double solve it for you. Come on.
Hey, come on, yeah, throw it at me. Hold
on. The childcare thing. I mean, that's not really even. I was talking about dealing with an infant and waking up at 3 a.m. randomly. Like honestly, the past week, Micah will he's just been waking up at like. Oh no, I mean, yeah.
You probably say that.
He woke up at midnight last night. I was up with him from midnight till about 1:30. The night before that, or no, 2 nights before that, it was 2 a.m. till about 3:30. But he hasn't been like this, like really at all. It's just like recently, and it's just like the next day, whatever I had planned for the morning, it's called recovery. So that way I can have like a normal day. So sleep till 8 if I'm.
Wait, why does he keep you up?
Because my wife is pregnant with another baby, so I'm not going to make her stay up all night and not rest and get the next baby ready to come out of the oven. I guess every day is kind of feels like 75 hard right now. You want to come down to Florida next time Mike is up at 2 a.m.? I can hand him off.
I don't have a kid. I don't have to worry about that. That's not a priority in my life.
Yeah. So I feel like I might be able to hit it hard, and feel like I can actually somewhat do it. I know it's gonna be hard days, but I got to get these babies to like age 2. And then
well, you already heard him say it. A pregnant woman with a toddler, you did the 75 hard.
Only the other thing, I mean, and I always say, Adam, you're very resilient. Like you're different than most people. But I will say, just the tiny things that we say, it's like you got to be careful. It's like you say, like like I'm gonna wait till they're 2, and then like at 2 is terrible 2s. Then like instead of crying in the middle of the night, they're like trying to come get in your bed. Like it's always something. Like you can never, like I said, there's never a perfect time. Even now,
that's true. That's true. Are you in? You gotta. Yeah.
I started changing.
I mean, I tell people that every day when I'm talking about joining our mastermind. It's always like, in 2 months, I'll be ready to do this. So I hear you on that.
Here, something that's helped me out and recently, or just really since for the last couple of years, people always say, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. If you exchange saying I don't have time for saying it's not a priority, it just changes everything because that's all they're saying. It's not a priority for them.
Come on, this is rich dad, poor dad fundamentals. My kids are the reason why I got to get up and lift at 6 a.m. I get to lift because of my kids. I have to.
I think you gave me the right answer there. It's not a priority.
Yeah, so just instead of saying I don't have time, just say I don't. It's not my priority, and then it just changes everything for anybody that listens. Because you can say that to anybody. Just tell them it's not a priority, then they'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think as men, no matter what it is, everyone doesn't have to want to be super strong or super fast or super whatever. But especially in this generation, like fitness has to be a priority. It sounds like it has to be incorporated.
GooBalls is a priority. 75 streams in a row.
We have done that, so that is kind of crazy.
I wonder how many in a row we've actually done. It's probably as close.
I mean, we haven't stopped. Have we not? We've never skipped a day since we started.
We don't stop.
You guys do this every day, or?
No, just every Monday. But we haven't skipped a Monday in a year and a half probably since it started.
Yeah. And we did used to do Mondays and Thursdays for about 3 months when we first started.
Yeah, we did. Every day would be stupid.
Well, if we were doing this full time, I think every day would maybe make sense, but every Monday.
What's the chat saying?
Not much.
Are you starting are you gonna start a podcast, C-Dub? I feel like you need to. I think we gotta, like, I don't know. You're right. You need some kind of platform.
Podcast.
Or using Instagram as your platform.
My goal right now is to get more consistent on like the posting. I've been trying to do daily stories, but I know I need to do more reels and like more actual posts on there and TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So I want to like build up my organic followers to like a certain point and get some sort of following before I try to get into the podcast world. I also feel like I just want like, I almost hate when people try to like, for fitness specifically, is like you try to, I'm not to preach to anybody right now. I'm just trying to tell you like what I'm doing that has worked for me, but I know that I still have a ton of work to do. So I want to get to that point, like where I feel like, wow, this is like a good transformation before I start really trying to tell people what time it is.
I feel like we'll always feel like there's that type of personality that's like always pushing for the next thing. I don't know if you'll ever feel like you'll be there.
That's true. You got to remember to celebrate. I think that's actually something that JD said I got to do a better job of. Is
have you hooked Chris up with JD?
No, I mean that would be a good fit for sure. So yeah, I've got a personal development coach, more I guess psychological. But I mean, he could definitely, if I wanted him to push me for fitness, he probably could. Chetty and Keeks know him though, and yeah, I'll have to send you his information. C-Dub. He is a beast.
We got some deep fried GooBalls going there, Chet.
Yeah. Chef was hard at work.
I've tried ordering like.
What's your go-to meal? Trying to get some. Well, I guess I'm just in general. What are you trying to eat daily? Not calories, but like food-wise. What kind of food?
Well, it all has to like. It does boil down to like the macros. So I'm trying to hit 240 grams of protein a day.
Okay.
So I mean, basically, it's kind of just like 2 pounds of meat. So I like switch my meat up. Like this week, I'm doing red meat. I get tired of like something, I'll like switch it up to like red meat this week, 2 pounds of that, and then we'll supplement like the rest with a protein shake. And then I'll switch up like the carb. It depends on like potatoes or rice or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you playing in the Winter Classic this year?
It's been wow. I think that was almost 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Played that.
I didn't. You know what? And I think Chetty and Keeks probably picked up on this. I didn't think I was going to be able to compete in the Winter Classic this year because I thought we were still going to be in Florida. It wasn't until the baby arrived that I have some hope that I'll be able to make it to Cleveland for the 20 this year. So we'll see. You and Pally might have to reunite
if Paul hangs out with us.
That's true. Yeah, we have to have the tournament. They'll have to do another 6 a.m. tournament for Pally to be able to make it, right?
That's right.
Bro, every place that I click on is always like 2 minutes until it closes. It's like the last 3 things.
Even down near you?
Surprisingly, yeah. I mean, there is a lot of options. I just happen to keep picking the ones that I'm trying to keep it like. It's crazy how many fried foods there are that you can get. I'm just trying to find something that's like kind of okay. Well, you boys, I think yours is finally there. Let me see. 5 minutes away. Hopefully, I mean that ain't gonna be. There's no way that's gonna be warm by the time it gets there. That's the longest order I've ever seen. So who do you normally hang out with, C-Dub? Deep fried GooBalls, yes.
I got about 4 to 5 people I hang out with, 2 of which are mentors. My gym partner, and then Josh. Really, that's it. I mean, we're in the gym, at work, or meeting with my mentors. And one of my mentors, both my mentors are self-made millionaires. One of which founded Panini's back when he was my age.
Okay.
So he currently has all the Panini locations, and he also started Beerhead in 2016, I believe. So he's got Beerhead in Texas, and Arizona, and Ohio, and Chicago, and then he's also the person that owns the nightclub. So it's been a really big impact on my life as well. And again, this mindset, like being able to develop this mindset, has allowed me to, connect with him, a guy like him.
Did Josh Rice do 75 hard as well?
He started it, but he didn't finish.
Okay. But how much
did he lose? I mean, he's completely changed his life around, huh?
How much did he lose weight wise?
He's down like over 120 pounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
100?
120.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other thing now, let's say if you don't want to do 75 hard, which I think every man should do it, but if you don't want to do it, okay, every man, not just every man, I think every men and women, if you like, you want to push yourself, you want to like break through, you want a shortcut to get to the version that you could be, run a marathon. It'll change your mindset. It'll change your fucking. You'll fight some demons during that thing.
Yeah. I mean, a marathon ain't easy. I can tell you that. One thing JD was telling me recently, boys, was that you do have to meet. I mean, you do need to make sure that you always have balance. If you are someone that goes hard, often like a David Goggins, Jocko Willink, because apparently the stats show that those guys actually die younger because they're always just going and going and going and going and going and going and going. So that's my other thought process is you gotta make sure you inhale and exhale, which I think C-Dub, it sounds like you're doing that. Like you're not doing 75 hard all year round, but
right. No. It's funny you say that. I talk about that possibility with my gym partner a lot. It's like, what if you die early? Like, okay, you live this, you let, like, statistically bigger guys, taller guys, we're down for the count early already. I think we got like 10 years less or something on paper. And then like if you lift, especially if you lift heavier weight, your heart's just working harder, whatever. I think to a guy like David Goggins, if you gave him like two alternatives where it's like you go hard as fuck, you keep like being a badass motherfucker, and you die 8 years or even 15 years earlier than you would have if you would have like cooled it down a little bit. I think those kind of guys, the freaks, like they're going to take the earlier route, because it's someone like him, and I'm not saying I'm there, not there yet at least, but to a guy like him or Jocko that's like consistently, you follow Jocko on Instagram, he's up every single day at 4 a.m. posting a picture of his watch, and he's already sweaty most days. It's like, damn, this dude is up while I was asleep. Those guys, like, I think anything less than what they put out is like death to them. Like, so it just depends on like if you have what, I think there's a few small percentage, but I do believe in balance for sure. Like I said earlier, I believe in just delaying the gratification. I'd rather enjoy my, when I am not on the grind, I want to like enjoy it more. I don't want like little bits of it.
So what do you do for fun then? What are you doing if you're going to try to relax?
He's training for strikers.
What do I do for fun? One of my biggest downfalls right now is Madden. Madden is my fun for sure.
Okay.
We still game a little bit, and I like to go to concerts too. I've been to a handful of concerts this year. Going sober is definitely a different experience, but I just went to 50 Cent 2 weeks ago. Going to a Disturbed concert on Sunday. Not going to Aerosmith. Comedy shows. Theo Von, just bought those tickets.
Oh, nice. I was thinking,
when's Theo coming?
He's October, I think.
I was looking at
he's Friday. So just got those tickets. So I like live entertainment, I guess, is what I like to do for fun.
We went to Chaz and I went to Andrew Schultz and Ryan Long together.
Yeah, we just went to that was at Pickling, right? Or whatever.
Ryan Long was that one you're talking about? We went to Andrew Schultz in Pittsburgh.
But
he when Andrew Schultz was here, he was at Playoffs.
Yeah.
I saw Andrew Schultz. I saw he had beef with the Nelk boys, coach's homies.
yeah.
Coach, you still here? That's someone I want to see do 75 hard. Coach. Hey, you know what? Coach is running. He's running this company though. He's doing his thing.
Theo Vaughn. There was somebody else that was coming to Cleveland that I wanted to see. I can't remember now though. Who was it? We missed Shane Gillis. I think Shane Gillis was in May.
Yeah.
Where's that dude's hilarious?
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay, man.
What happened?
Hey, the driver.
What'd he say?
He just said he just got the order. I don't know what it is. We always don't know what it is.
He's probably like making up for it being cold or something.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
You guys gonna go see what you got?
Let me
You laughed too.
here. Oh, because now Shane Gill's going to Ireland, so we're missing that. Just want to go to Ireland to watch him. All right, we gotta think of a name for this guy here, or what?
Yeah, we need
All right, let's get a name for our chef.
Name Chef Dub. Dub's gonna think it was.
Duck race. So you say chef?
Yeah, Living a Conundrum's ready to go.
Where's he at? I wonder.
Yeah, I'm ready for the rapid fire conundrum. Let's do it. Sorry, we've been delaying this. We've been having good conversations here. Let's hear them. F GooRD. That's okay. Nostalgic Core coming out with some fire right away. First comment of the day.
Welcome, Justin.
Goofieri, nice.
Goofy Harry.
Bobby Goo. There's some good chef names. Iron Goo. Rat the Gooey. Goo, good, nice. Julia Child. Oh my gosh. That is a good one. Julia Child's a good one.
Yeah, this doesn't have to be a boy.
That's right. Could be
I could add I'll have to add eyelashes if it's Julia Childs.
All right, so if Julia Childs wins, well,
Did it?
no, we don't know yet.
Is it just me, or has Wardan been here all night and I just didn't see it?
No, I think that was his first comment. I don't know if he's.
Hey, Wardan, it's not the same without you, man. Not the same without you.
These are some good ones. All right, let's just get the duck race in there then. Please share my screen. Been busy tonight lurking though. Thanks for lurking. Chef Dub. Out of all the names we got Adam's picked Chef Dub win.
Can you put Painesville on the thing somewhere?
No.
Nah. Chef Dub wins, so CW you got your What you eating right now?
Eggs, man.
Let's go.
Nice.
What'd you guys get on DoorDash or Uber Eats?
What kind of eggs?
I don't know yet.
Like,
I've been working on this. Key's got to go get it.
Oh shit.
Would you ask Adam?
So
What
what
do you
kind
eat?
of
What
eggs?
kind of
Scrambled, hard boiled, sunny
75
side,
hard boiled.
75 hard boiled. Hey, that's part of it. You have to eat 75 hard boiled eggs. One a day, boy.
Come on, man. It's my hack right here. Sam's Club.
Egg bites. Oh, those are. You know what?
17 grams of protein.
Yeah, the egg bite. I've had some good egg bites in my life.
Adam, how much do you weigh?
195.
I wish. I don't know. I never really weigh myself because
Not a priority for
I
you.
don't feel like putting that. I don't feel like putting that. What? Because of what? I didn't hear the
priority.
Because it's not exactly. It's not a priority. No, I just I feel like if I started paying attention to that, then I'm gonna put like another thing that I have to pay attention to, and I'd rather just like be like,
Right.
okay, like basically my gauge is I can tell if it's getting out of control for me if I can start seeing like under my chin a bit more, and then I'll be like, you know what, I need to start eating less and working out more, and then I'll do it. And then if my neck and my chin start to get wider, like it's pretty slim right now, but there's sometimes it start getting out there. I'm like,
If
you know
your
what?
neck and your back.
So that's my gauge. I might change it one day. You know what? Actually, I was thinking about this because if there's anything that's worked for me well throughout my life is getting, kind of to C-Dub's point, getting an accountability partner or hiring a coach. And it will be a priority for me at some point to hire a coach, and I do want to get shredded-ish again at some point in my life. But it's just not priority right now, Keeks, you know.
I know.
I'm using the fuck out of that. Not a priority.
Yeah. What do you weigh, Chad?
Keeks, you want to stay up past 11?
No, I don't.
Not a priority.
I don't know. I'm pretty low. I'm pretty low compared to where I was. But I think I'm like 165. Coming out of high school, I was like 185.
Most people go the opposite way, so you did good.
Full fat, no muscle. All fat, no muscle. 185.
I see some people from high school come downtown. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Man, I used to be the fat one. Who's fat now, motherfucker?
Right.
That's those are the people that C-Dub does like seeing in public.
Yeah. All the way.
That's funny.
I feel like, man, I don't know. I feel like you would. I guess it's probably challenging with your daughter. Maybe not. I don't know. You just seem like you would thrive in like in a bigger city than Cleveland. Like you're on the 10x growth trajectory. You know, like at some point you're gonna outgrow Cleveland.
Oh, we're there already.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I don't know. What are you thinking? Chicago or like what?
Look at the any city right now in America. Chicago, for sure.
I think
Yeah,
that would be
Wainwright and Sam Sale live out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really close with Chuck, David Chuck, so.
Oh, he's there too?
He's killing it out there.
Okay.
So every time I go to see him, I'm like, I love this city. It's so clean, so big. It's like have you guys all been to Chicago?
Yeah.
I've only driven through. I've never.
There's something about like to your like what you were saying about how and Chetty and Keeks are definitely an exception of this, but like there's a reason why small towns stay small, and there's a reason why big cities become big cities, and like the energy kind of flocks to them. And obviously, you're gonna get crap everywhere you go, but to me, it seems like that would be the most logical next step for you. Either that or New York, but Chicago's a little bit more. I think, especially with your daughter, just makes more sense, and it's the third biggest. Like you can't get much more grand than that, you know.
Yeah, I think the thing about big cities is you get like the best of the best. So if you want to be somebody, it's easy to be a big fish in a little pond.
Right.
It's hard to be a big fish,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
So you get the best of the best, and you got to like bring it or.
Yep. And that is personally one thing that I definitely am looking forward to. One of the few, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be good because of family. I just love Florida and everything Florida's about, as you know, especially how Florida handled 2020 and 2021. I feel like you just can't get much better than that. But Toronto is like, as far as North America is concerned, same size city as Chicago, New York, LA. Like, it'll be good to be in that region, you know.
So. Question. So I have been getting out of Ohio has been on my mind. one of the main like things that's been on my mind is just the sun, like seasonal depression, the winters, the cold. So speaking like from firsthand experience, like how do you think that's going to affect your mental? Like going from Florida and moving back up north to like experience that again, and you know, what were the benefits of moving from here and like getting and going in hot areas? Like I feel like I would just be fucking juiced up like all year round.
I mean, it'll be tough. I mean, I've for the past year I've been very happy and proud to say that I live in the sunshine state, and I do think that access to sun does help people. So
I know like the sun probably would help, but I also hear people say like you kind of get more lethargic down there.
Yeah, because you don't want to go outside.
You want you want to relax. I mean, you got it's like all nice where you got the winter.
Ready for my take?
Around here, you take advantage of the summer.
You gotta enjoy every season. You gotta take the beauty out of every season. So in the winter, when you're feeling down, you still go outside. Like you 75 hard, you were outside in December. You got to go outside and you still enjoy what life brings you at that time, because you have winter, but then spring comes and then summer comes. So you have these things that you can look forward to, but you have to enjoy where you are at that time. And I think that's, if you don't do that, then you're gonna hate winter in Cleveland or Toronto. You have to just.
Kennan's got us all beat because in winter he'll go stand in freezing water and go fish for trout.
I lived in Canada for 3.5 years, and so I've been through some BS. Like I thought that I was prepared for winter living in Cleveland, and then whether I was in Calgary or Newfoundland, I saw things that I had never seen before and seen climates that I could not believe people have been living in for like hundreds of years. It's just stupid. And so, although Cleveland is crazy and Toronto is geographically not too far off, I think I've been like maybe what Keeks is saying. I've been to the mountaintop as far as what's unbearable, and I'm sure there's even crazier cold climates out there that I haven't been exposed to. But Newfoundland in particular was there for about 3 years, and that's where I met my wife. And I had a good time there, and definitely had a good time in the summer in Newfoundland. But there was times where you would just be inside and you can hear the wind. It's the third windiest city in the world where we live, St. John. So you hear the wind just howling at midnight, and it's sleeting and raining and snowing, and it's just so bad outside. And you're like, you know what? I'm warm, streaming right now. This is crazy. Like, this is kind of dope that it's that bad outside, but you would never even know. So there's moments like that where you're like, this is cool, but I love the sun. I do love the sun, and there's no denying it. I love the sunshine. Now, I do like to stand in the shade when it's like 90 degrees out, but I still like the fact that the sun is out. So we'll see. What it's going to do for me, only time will tell. But I think being close to both sides of the family for support on 2 kids, I don't think you can really top that. As much as I want to deny, as much as I want to, Chetty and Keeks know, as much as I want to rip on Cleveland, as much as I want to rip on Ohio, as much as I want to rip on people who live in cold places, family kind of trumps all of that. So,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. 10 wings, garlic parm wings. I don't even know from where. Boys is steamed up though.
It's still steaming?
Well, no, the whole box. Oh my god! Well, I gotta open this downstairs in the kitchen. The box is like falling apart.
It's the guy who delivered it knew it was too late. Conundrum, where do you live? Let us know in the chat. This is actually a really good question. Let us know what you think in the chat. I mean, Chicago ain't much different than Cleveland either as far as cold. Now, I think Cleveland gets more lake effect snow. I think Cleveland gets more lake effect snow than Toronto, actually. So let us know in the chat, what do you like or not like about weather? I did a podcast episode, C-Dub, basically saying like, this is before we knew we had another baby on the way. I was like, I just don't understand how people could choose to live somewhere where it's cold. I was like, I will never live somewhere where it's cold in my life ever again unless I want to. And then like 3 months later,
boom. Yeah. I was listening to, I think, Andrew Huberman, like talking about like vitamin D deficiency and like how that can like lead to like seasonal depression, and like in how certain parts of the world it's like virtually not a thing. Like, yeah, you can make the best of it for sure, but there's a certain like mind fuck when it's 6 p.m. and it's already dark, and you're just like, damn, like I'm fucking tired, or like I don't, the motivation just can go down. You gotta like be a tough motherfucker to get through that shit. So.
Yep. Well, jumping back in with you boys. I'm coming right back for the snow too. We had a 1-year lease here in Florida, and December 1st is technically the beginning of it. So it is what it is. Now, I do think that we will do well enough as a family moving forward, where if we want to go somewhere warm for like even a month, and I just work remote or whatever.
Right. Now, logistically, how does that work? I mean, moving with the kids or with one child, you like hiring a company to move all your stuff and selling stuff and then moving?
We don't want to do it, but we're just gonna sell everything, and we're just gonna start from scratch. And like this is the one move where we're pretty confident. I know we were confident when we moved to Tampa. I ain't gonna lie, but like we're pretty confident with this one. Like, roots in the ground at least till the kids are like school age, and then if we're gonna do anything like wild, they've had a solid upbringing where home is home, and it's home. So because of that, I might be up near you guys soon, because I'm going to do some recon missions to Toronto to make sure. Like before, we kind of just wing it where we were going to at least get started, like as far as a lease. With this one, we want to like actually physically go there and check it, or at least I will. I think Nikki will probably stay here with the kids. So yeah, it's different. It's different when you're moving the family,
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. So I mean, I'm sure you're gonna keep some things like clothes and stuff. You're gonna ship that stuff, but can't even.
We have no problem with donating. That's what we did coming down here. It seems a little bit crazy, I think, to some people, just to like give a lot of stuff away or maybe sell it. But we've just found that, like, actually, there's a bunch of stuff that we got when we came here that we didn't realize would suck to have when you have kids. Like the coffee, we're gonna get a new coffee table. Might not even get a coffee table because you just have to like, baby's always reaching and grabbing stuff, and then like we're gonna mount the TV on the wall instead of get a TV stand because he's always putting his hands on the TV. Like things that we didn't think about, where now it's like, all right, we can like toddler proof our house consciously.
Right.
Yeah, you got it. Well, you're close enough that you could pay for a Chetty renovation to come up and.
Hey, you know what? There's some perks, and there's a lot of homies in Cleveland that can babysit. That my wife would trust. There's homies that my wife and I would trust more than my own parents. I'm not gonna lie. And Chetty and Keys, I know that you feel me on that one.
Yeah, but don't ask me though.
No, not you. Chetty and Nora can watch Micah.
Maybe not.
Right here. There he is.
There you go.
Little baby sleeping.
Hey, I'll tell you what. He prioritizes sleep though.
Hey, you know what? He's done good 75 hard on his sleep.
Wow, Zate's just going right for the jugular. Screw Cleveland and Ohio.
Hey, Zate's never been afraid.
Dang.
Yeah,
Living a conundrum is in Seattle, huh?
But yeah, C-Dub, I am going to be hitting up your doctor, because it's for to be able to work with someone who's on my page is worth a 3-hour drive for the kids. Now we might find someone up there. We probably will, but
no, for sure.
I told my wife about your guy.
Yeah, it's reassuring to go in there and not have to like have a debate every time I'm trying to get something done.
I just say another thing about taller guys not living as long. I have a stem cell connection in Mexico. I went and got it actually about a year ago on my right Achilles, which was partially torn, which is completely it's better than my left one now, no lie. So I will be, as far as I can see now, like a stem cell believer for the rest of my life, and I think that it could easily take me into the hundreds if I wanted it to. So whenever you're ready to fly to Puerto Vallarta, let me know. I'll get you connected.
I got to do some research on that. I'm not educated on that.
Yeah. You can't do it in the U.S. That you can only do like thousands at a time. In Mexico, you can literally do like millions at a time. Like there's no rules in Mexico, which is there is some rules. And the guy that I roll with is legit. There's obviously stigmas about like where people get them from, but these are, let's say, ethically sourced. Zate, yes, I'm still in Tampa. We still gotta hang. We gotta hang out before I'm moving to Toronto, Zate. I don't know if you saw that. So we actually do have.
Ohio.
Zate?
That's what he said. Didn't he say he's stuck here?
Oh, is he? Oh, that's right. I forgot he did go up to Ohio.
He's up in Ohio?
He said, "Hey, I'm stuck here."
He's probably in like Youngstown or something.
Boys, did we get all the stuff ready for the GooBall?
Yeah, it's already done.
Yeah, it's on auction.
Okay.
Living a conundrum is.
Do you have a ETH
on
and
the
Ethereum?
bid.
Do you have an Ethereum wallet, C-Dub?
Mm.
You do? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Have you gone on OpenSea before?
I sure have. I've been.
Have you lost money before, son?
That's a whole other conversation. I've been fucked a few different ways.
Hey, you know what? We've all been to the moon and back at some point. So
Yeah, I got caught up in that Voyager thing too.
well, now is a good time to get back in with a project you can count on called GooBalls. I don't know. Do you know if you know? We should show. We'll get you the link. If you know how to place a bid, you might as well throw a bid in there.
I knew it was Youngstown. I knew it. Why did I know that was Youngstown?
Zate's in Youngstown, really. Now I'm sorry to hear that, Zate. That's actually maybe the saddest thing I heard all night. Cleveland,
only or less. Yeah.
Cleveland gets the reputation it does here and there, but Youngstown. I mean, Zate, please stay alive tonight. Is all we can ask you.
Is the mob still there?
But I tell you, Mom. So you said your main focus right now, Chris, is building up your Instagram following.
Just staying consistent with it to try to do that. Yeah. I think my lifting part before I can.
Did you land any? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I think my partner. Honestly, I think my partner will blow up before me. The guy that I think was freaking nature is 22, 6'7", like yoked, and we're starting to lift heavyweight. So he got a few poppers on his TikTok that went viral. So I'm with him, posting content with him.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Well, hopefully one of us goes power in numbers, so we'll see.
Exactly, just ride the wave. I mean that.
If one of you goes, probably the other is going to go with him.
Yeah, that's kind of our mindset.
You know who Tim Grover is?
Sounds familiar.
He was Michael Jordan and Kobe's trainer, and he's trained a bunch of other champions too. But we had him come and speak at one of our virtual events recently, and I can't remember what the question was, but it was basically like, you know, how did all these people that you work with, like, how are they so successful, consistent? How do you train all these champions, and like, what's the secret sauce? And he just said something like, you know, the champions of the world are the people who perfected their craft so much, so that way, when life gave them that one like golden moment to capitalize on, they were ready and prepared for it. Because he's like, everyone in life, everyone's gonna get that one shot. He's like that's what I believe. It's like you're going to get that. Oh, you know what it was?
Eminem.
He got one shot. Do not miss your it's facts. It's fact. I remember what the question was. It was, how did you land Michael Jordan? And he was like, honestly, he's like, I worked so hard. I perfected my craft. And he's like, I didn't deserve to work with him at all, but I got a chance to like train with him and work with him. And it clicked, and he was ready for that moment to take on MJ as a client, and it changed the rest of his life. You know, he's the guy who trained MJ. So I can tell whatever your moment is, like, you are definitely preparing for it. And it's going to be fun to watch. So
appreciate that. I'm trying.
Keep it rolling. And the same goes for the Goo Crew. We're out. Hey, you guys, everyone here in the chat, we out here grinding every Monday, putting in that work.
Yeah,
one day,
it's that time to stop. Actually, so
Keegs is ready for it.
Yeah,
but yeah, make sure.
Keegs' priority is sleep.
Yep,
like Micah.
That's right. Keegs and Micah get along. Make sure you guys follow C-Dub on the gram. Don't want to forget that one. There's his link. Go follow him. Keegs, Chetty, C-Dub. How do you want? I guess Keegs and Chetty. You want to give him a proper outro?
Excited to see what's coming next.
Huge changes from 10 years ago, honestly. That's what I gotta say.
Well, yeah, we like the. I think honestly, a lot of the people we hang out with that came out of Painesville, I think have been doing pretty well for themselves. So I'm happy to see it. I think we had a good crew that we were hanging out with. You could tell we all had similar mindsets, and it's paying off.
How's Bam doing? That's the one. That's the one. I didn't mean.
I will see you next week, Goo Crew.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Chris.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for and we will we'll stay in touch. And
we'll see it actually like right now. Actually, don't go anywhere. We're gonna end the stream and raid over, but then we're gonna chat for like 2 seconds about the $1 million food truck for Chetty and Keegs.
For sure.
All right, Goo Crew. We'll see you next week.
Just gotta go for 4 more seconds. Hold on.
Like we said, all right, Goo Crew. We'll see you next week.